As a collective, we spoke about it and we decided to nominate Shayne for Leader of the Year based on his hands-on quality, his ability to put vision into practice, and I guess to lead us all and get the best out of each and every one of us in our roles.
Yeah, for sure. From a personal approach from myself, recently stepping into the regional manager role, Shayne has always been, as Jacinta says, hands-on, but also that open door policy. The benefit of being able, if I have a question, to walk into his office and put the tools down and give me some time to, give me some guidance and mentorship is huge, and which I really appreciate.
I think even for myself, when I started the business, it was Shayne that was taking his first engagements, and I got a feel from him that this business was really people-to-people solution, and it was because of an individual like him leading from the front that gives us the confidence to actually perform better within our pillars and our roles as well. So that was certainly attractive in him as a leader as well, so someone I report to but I can learn from. And that's what I needed for my personal aspiration, but also for the growth of the company. I think that's where we see him as the leader.
For sure.
And I guess, looking at where Tecside journey's taken us from and looking at the leadership, I think we've established the pillars to be able to have our accountability structures in place. And each of the individuals, you would know at the senior leadership team, we function within those pillars, but we collaborate across them as well. So looking at branches all the way through to the executive team, we believe that that's where the forward drive and growth will happen.
I think getting us all together at the leadership conference about 6 or 8 weeks ago was massive in the way that there was that real collaborative approach nationally. The one team, one dream. Huge benefits in getting all the senior management team together to kind of come up with our goals for the future.
And it comes down to Shayne having a vision of what he wanted Tecside to look like and putting his vision into play with the likes of commercial manager, people and culture manager, yourself now in the regional role, and again the leadership conference was a chance to put that all into play.
And what's great about that as was that you didn't have this event happen previously, or not for a long time. And so bringing everyone together around the same page and table and share that vision, and I think the buy-in has happened at the same time, is everyone's seen this together, and it's been spearheaded from Shayne's ideas. So getting the people in first, and now the structures, and now it's the execution, the next steps.
Absolutely.
So I think the demand from the markets at the moment is that the world is changing how they're doing business. So to provide a scalable solution in recruitment, but to provide the best candidate and the quality engagement is what we actually propose as our engagement. And that's what Shayne's been pushing all along, is that when we go, we're doing a quality piece and we back ourselves. So we're not always going to be the cheapest in the market, but we're going to back ourselves with a really great product and a great engagement.
Yeah, and I think what we do is important because we're dealing with people's livelihoods. We're dealing with people's careers. We're dealing with clients on one side. We're dealing with candidates on the other side, and it's up to us to make sure it all works.
I think it's pretty multifaceted because I always talk about the 4 C's. We've got our customers and we've got our candidates, we've got our internal staff. I always talk about commercial team, that's my other C. Those all work interrelated. It's the cooperation that actually builds us and tells us together. So to have an influential leader like Shayne at the head of that, it helps. It just promotes it better.
Yep.
Recently, Tecside has made the transition from a typical human resource personnel position to a people and culture division. Part of this transition involved the newly created role of a key stakeholder engagement coordinator. This role is all about fostering culture, internal and external, looking at diversity, looking at who we can partner with for CSR initiatives, and really just transitioning us to what the future of human resources looks like. Within this role, we have targets that we've set around diversity, inclusion.
We've made some commitments, like on the Indigenous side, we've made a commitment to basically have 1.5% of our spend dedicated to Indigenous organisations to promote that, outside of Tecside and within the community.
And I think we've already seen some of that traction where we've had some of our partners come back and appreciate the investment that we're doing. And so it's important for us as a business as well to be investing in our communities, That means our candidates, our customers, our people as well that actually represent the brand.
Look, I think Shayne's leadership style, it does break the mould in regards to the recruitment industry by, again, having that care factor. We pride ourselves on that client focus, and having someone in a position, is in that CEO position that demonstrates that from the top down, that really resonates with our clients as well.
And I think he's not afraid to actually go out and do the work himself.
Absolutely.
And so for a leader to step into that role and say, well, I want to go with the sales team.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what they're facing, and I also want to make a sale. Suggest that his role is not bigger than himself. So
Exactly. Yeah. There's been many times where Shayne's come out on meetings with myself to get involved in that hands-on approach, and when we're out there, he always says, Mitch, I'll let you take the lead, but he loves a chat.
Yeah.
and it's great knowing that you got the backing of your CEO in those important meetings as well.
And I think what you find then as well is he'll actually stretch you. He won't just let you be where you're at. He always wants to inspire you to grow as an individual and within the company. So he'll always say, well, what's the target? Are we going to reach that? And how are we going to reach that?
Yeah.
And back to, for industry specific, I think again it is just breaking the mold of what is a typical recruitment agency and what we're offering in that boutique people-to-people solutions, and Shayne walking the talk. I think being a CEO can sometimes be quite unrewarding also. So I would like to give back to Shayne what he gives to us on a daily basis, and that's that recognition of doing a really good job.
Yeah.
I think sometimes at the top it is a lonely world, but he doesn't know that we're doing this, which I think he'll be.
I think that's the center. I was thinking it could be pretty lonely up there.
Yeah.
But he involves everyone. He engages everyone. He brings them into his space. But then you also feel like that's a leader that I'd like to follow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So leadership is also about following, and as leadership, we like to follow Shayne. And I think that's why we want to nominate him, because we're excited about the future being with him as the leader.
Yep.